Hello, Divine Sunshiners. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, Namago. Hello, this is Divine Unisouls, and I am Divine Sunshine. So I just did one on Will and Jada Smith because I, again, was intrigued because I thought that, to me, they are showing right now through their relationship the karmic relationships and patterns, and for some of you all to kind of really understand the logic or the spiritual dynamic that runs through it. I kind of trisect that for you to kind of understand, because I know sometimes we sit there like, why are they still in there? I don't understand it. Why they ain't left in that? And remember that, again, when we're talking about karma, we're talking about lessons. So if you're interested in that, sometimes you can kind of swallow the pill a little better when you see it in somebody else's backyard and what they're doing instead of you that, so you can kind of get a good retrospective look at it, because it's from a distance instead of you being right there in the deep or the middle of it, in the midst of it. What I'm going to do is, I'm just a hodgepodge. I think that, again, with the eclipses happening, to know that, again, when we talk about there's some shadow, there's some light to it. And I know I had watched K Moon's thing talking about us watching the patterns and also how it's playing now. I just want to kind of just tap in and just see what's happening with the eclipse. I also did one about my dreams, and I call it the I Dream of Genie, talking about how our mother and maternal patterns is kind of blocking us into progress, and for you to be able to look at that too as well. Okay, so let me just kind of look at the cards here. And I got here, they're saying, I know from ethereal sources, as she was talking about ancestors, and really here I've been pushed to work more so with the ancestors as well. It was by offbeat reason why that had occurred and happened. Interesting, we got grandmother here. Okay, grandma with the mother, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and this one's got the money, it's got building, playing policy, or paying bingo and policy. That's grandma for real. And all of this thing here. This is, again, this energy is about us really having a handle on and understanding our power in the material world, in the 3D, to get a really handle of it. Interesting, it's got this with the grandmother, but the grandmother now I also view as someone who is very mature or maturing in their femininity energy, their feminine energy. So your state of being is maturing and understanding how to be able to, I don't know why I'm getting the theme song from from Tommy, money, power, powder, respect, or success. And that's where we are. We are about this again, money, power, not the powder, and success. So this is what we're doing now. We're moving into that energy right now with this eclipse, as far as our state of being more mature, in our sitting in the seats. I see a flower behind her, and in this flower here, it seems like things are blooming behind us. I want to say that even in the past, things have given way to be able to bloom into us being able to seat where we are. I told my therapist that, again, I said, I've got to learn how to sit in my happiness, to sit in the seat of happiness, and not to be scared that somebody's going to come along and slap me and throw me off of that. And I think all of us are kind of like that too as well, being able to be comfortable in sitting in our higher vibration. It's always something that we believe that comes along and kind of knocks us off. So I see this building here. So this is about buildings, having structure in our lives, that this energy is bringing in the money, which is the abundance that could come in and flow as your health, your job, career, those things too as well. And then also, to me, when I see this bingo here, and I'm thinking about grandma saying policy, it's also being able to take a risk, like wanting to gamble on self and be able to sit at the table or the seat at the table and say, I have something to give. So some of us in business might be doing something that might be kind of risky, or it's an opportunity, and we're just gambling on ourselves. To say, yeah, it's a gamble. It's not something that I usually do, but I'm waiting on the universe to call my number or to give me okay, a sign and say, yes, you got 3 in a row, you got to go, or 3 in a row that you have won. Bingo, you've won through spirit. Again, and to me, when I look at that, some of this stuff that you've been sitting here quite some time, because I think about the playing the game bingo. My sister liked bingo too. That takes a lot of patience, because some people get several cards. To me, you tried several options, or you tried several ways to get to this place where you are, for you to be called as well. And so then you're waiting now for everything to get into alignment, because bingo is about alignment, either diagonal, straight across, straight down, those things. And whatever it is, you've been waiting, you didn't try different opportunities to get these things into alignment. And again, it looks like, again, this money is falling from heaven, and now you're having this windfall. So now this abundance is now coming to you, because I still feel that through this picture, it could be ancestors that have been helping you to get you to this point. And this is the maternal side. This maternal bloodline that's really been helping. Or the mothers of even your paternal has been helping. It's been all of this has been really gathering around you. And again, as I think about through, calling on and asking them to help you when you have those points where you're saying, I just need all this stuff to line up. Call on the mother spirits of both the lines and say, I need you to help to rally around me, to bring in this abundance right now. I need for things to line up. So again, universe, I can say, bingo, I won. So this is something, again, thank you. It got the river shine. It's divine. This is something that, again, is coming into fruition. This is what this Queen of Pentacles is. So the Queen energy is one that has, again, knows what needs to be done, knows the strategies. It's usually the one that's able to give counsel to the king, because they have wisdom. They see it from a vantage point of, I'm not in that place, as well as like the king. They have more higher revere because of, again, the masculine, and some of it, they just don't have to work as hard, because again, sometimes they just get it just because they're just a man. A woman has a lot of other things that she's got to kind of go against as far as being the queen, because they're like, well, she's a girl, she's a woman, she may not can handle it, she's going to be very emotional. But being a queen and having those two dynamics of emotions, and that helps us to be more forward thinking than the king energies. However, by worldly standards, again, they have a little bit more power, a little bit more prestige than you put it up when you comparison to the queen. And so now when we're saying about the queen status here, again, the strategies. You have been wisdom. You've seen things at a distance. You stepped back from things. You looked at it, got some distance for things that happened in the past, and you know which path to go. Most of the time when they say in the king status, you have that, and now you're able to move and initiate on that, because now you have the power and authority, and you have people backing you up to say you can do that. So the Queen of Pentacles, you're coming from a status of, you've got the title, you're entitled, you're divine, you know what to do, you know what it is, but I still feel that it's just a little bit of leveling up that you've got to do in order to say, hey, I'm sitting pretty, because now everybody knows this is my spot, this is my position, this is my role, this is who I am. So this is right there. We talk about Queen of Pentacles in the world, okay? Especially with the worldly stuff. Still, by how the standards is still, this is a man's world. So that part is. So I feel that also being empathically being shot to me as well on that one. So now, dealing with that energy as far as us collecting in what the eclipse is bringing us to be able to sit pretty, understand, have a better understanding of what we got to do moving forward in order to claim our abundance and to claim our position in royalty or divinity. What is it that we have to do in our masculine energies? Okay. In our masculine energies, we have to be about doing. So it's more so about, to me, when I hear say, you got to be more about doing and less about being. Okay, so now is to move into the masculine energies. Some of us, I've gotten a thing that they've been talking about procrastination. Excuse me, and how procrastination has been a rulership of everything and how it has messed us up, and how it is, again, a security blanket, again, because you want to get things always perfected. It's got to be all the way, everything's checks and balance. And to me, this addresses that. Just do it. Just like Nike. Forget about this got to be perfect and this person got to get in alignment and all that stuff. All of those excuses have act as a way of stopping you to be able to do that. And I think through this energy that they have thrown out here in the universe is now saying we're about maturing. You should have learned from the past that way of procrastinating is not going to work. It's not going to push you forward. It's not going to get you to level up. It's not going to get you to be able to be called bingo in the game of life. Okay, so that's something. They also say about the Uranus, the divine callus, which is spirit and spirituality. So right now they're saying that in order for us to be able, like I said, spiritual, you can again get in touch with your ancestors, more meditation, more about the spirit. It's a balance again. So to me, when I see that this is the yin and the yang, the doing is about to me being in masculine energies, and the spirituality is also about how you can be able to be in your state of being of the feminine energies, but understanding that like as you move, you're checking in with spirit. Like, okay, is this what I should be doing? Is this, okay, do I feel this in my intuition awareness, or is this ego pushing me out there and is doing something that against that? When I do checks and balances about things, especially we're talking about the Libra's about balancing. So, okay, my mind says I want to get this, whatever, this house, but in my spirit is saying the timing ain't right. It keeps on telling me the timing ain't right, the timing not right. This don't have nothing to do with procrastination. It's telling me that it's just not this is not the time. So you can honor that what the spirit is. So it's about honoring spirit right now in your thing. So the masculine energy is like, let's go, go, go. You like to say, hold on a second, I gotta check with spirit to see is it a green light there too. Okay. So the next thing, did I not show that? Okay, so the next one is individual. I didn't know it stopped. So the next one is individual. So this is what it's telling you now is, again, to be your own person. We know that with the moon is telling us to, where we are in the eclipse, thing, and it is moon, is that, again, it's Libra and Aries. So what it's telling us right now is for us to be able to balance self. Okay, because Aries is about the self. Libra is about the partnerships. How am I connecting with self? How am I connecting with this job I have, and how's it reflecting back to self? How's this relationship that I have that I'm dealing with connecting with it, but how is it dealing with self? So this is all of us, again, coming back to self, understanding that, again, the next card it says is independent. Understanding that we have to become independent. That means removing ourselves to those attachments, whether it's emotional attachments or whether it's I'm relying on groups to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing or how I'm supposed to be feeling because I want to be with the masses. Understanding that, again, when we talk about independent, the only thing that you should be dependent upon at this time is your spirituality or your spirit or what your intuition and awareness is telling you, not what something on the outside or media, what mom tells me or my friend is telling me or what I'm seeing out there. It's about being independent of self, what you're talking about. And here it is with this masculine energies. We got youthful emotions, immaturity, and emotions. What did I just tell you? This here is what they want you, the universe is saying we are pushing. Maturity in emotions. You can have a youthfulness about things. Youthfulness to me also lends itself to a ability to have a newness, a freshness, being naive about something, trying out things and risking things, and not really caring about the blowback in regards to that. And so this is again is something that again is a tempering of that you rely on that Libra energies to understand about being mature and being immature. But right now, where the rubber hits the road is that again, they're saying that we want maturity. In order for you to gain all this stuff, as far as this being Queen of Pentacles, there's a level of maturity that's got to happen. And so again, you've got to become independent, because if you're doing emotions and you come from a youthfulness, or to me, is really depending on something. Like I could think about me in my teenage years, and I was like, I'm asking Dad, can I have the car? Can I have money to go here? I want to go out with my friends and stuff. I'm still depending on him, until I got like a little job or something like that. But still, it's still depending on him. I need gas for the, for the car. The car broke down. I'm still looking to something to fulfill my needs, or what things are necessities that I have to have. So again, you have to watch that as far as you're in your emotions. Now when we talk about in the feminine energies as well, clear, what is it that they want us to deal in order to get into this Queen of Pentacles energies that I just talked about earlier. So they want us the issues. I realize that everyone has their own issues to heal in this life. I cannot do the work for anyone else but myself. That goes underneath that independent stuff. Right now, I believe in order for us to, especially we're trying to get into this Queen of Pentacles, there's a lot of us, people are tugging, I'm looking at this money-wise, trying to, again, being financially dependent upon or emotionally dependent upon. And again, this moon is really pushing us about independence and becoming our own individual. It's a balance to that. Am I helping you to the point that, again, you becoming handicapped by me helping you? Are you really, truly having the understanding that, some of these things that you've got to teach for your own self, for your own karmic lessons, for you to understand. So it's the issues as well. That's about the second time I've seen that kind of pop up. Frozen in time. I choose to make peace with my past. I remember K Moon stating that about the past, kind of watch it, because if you're stuck in that past and reverb, then in order for you to try to, and with these new moon energies trying to again create new beginnings that we have now, it's going to be hard if you're still looking at the rearview mirror and you're still holding on to the past as well. So you got to, again, stop being frozen in time. Like this song said, let it go, do, 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 do. So you got to let it go, okay? And this is for real. This ain't talking about just Elsa, when it comes to the past. It's a cute song. It's catchy. It sticks in your head, sticks in your heart, sticks in your mind. But it's beyond that. You've got to take on that theme, a song, and really become one with it and let it go, because it's going to block you from being able to develop your abundance. And see, like I said, it's asking for, this energy now is asking for maturity. And so again, immature kids hold on to stuff. You can tell that with kids. Well, so-and-so took my toy and we ain't friends no more, and I don't want to talk to him. I read a story by Emmett Fox, and it was talking about, I think it was called I forgot what the title was, but the character was Tommy and Bert. And so one day he got upset with him because he hurt him inadvertently, and so then he was like, he had got himself hurt inadvertently about something, and so then his friend Bert was always time is like, just go with things happen, it'll be all right. It's always the service and the purpose to stuff. And so, Tommy looked at Bert and was like, what? How in the way you gonna say that? I'm hurt. X, Y, and Z. How you gonna even say that? And so then he's like, you know what? We ain't even friends no more. I don't want to play with you no more, because I'm tired of you saying that all the time, that, things happen just. And, and you tell me I'm hurt. No, this ain't gonna work. So then that they weren't friends. And so anyway, you have to read the story, because later on he talks about how really what had happened had really had saved his life. You have to see that. I don't want to do a spoiler alert about the story, but that's the same thing again. If we keep on like a kid holding on to past and saying that, then we'll never be able to open our hands up and to receive the future. All right. Next thing before we talk about divine feminine energies is equality. If someone cannot reciprocate my same efforts, I do not continue to try harder. I take it as a sign that we may not be on the same page at this time. I'm seeing, like, in your feminine energies, like you keep on trying at something and and it's not coming. I just going back with Will and seeing that, to me, both of them just keep on trying about this relationship. And to me, this energy, the eclipse is bringing in is of completion and letting it go, so you can start and open up your hand to receive more. To me, it can't always just be a person. It's a person, place, or thing that you keep on. I remember I always tell you a story about my dad and the Kleenex, and he'd just keep on blowing it and taking that paper and folding it, the Kleenex, over and over and over and over and over again, over. I'm like, dude, it's really time to throw it away, because you can't blow your nose with something that look at this like this. This ain't no. I can't do nothing with this. I always just say, dude, it's time to throw it away. It's time to get a new Kleenex, okay? And so that's the same thing that is happening as far as when we talk about equality. It's something in life that you have been keep on turning over, that you are not allowing for newness to come in. You turn to the same pages of the same book, and you've read it from front to back, from cover to the end. It is time to put that book away and start a new book or chapter or verse to read. This is what they're saying here about that. And so again, if it's not being reciprocated, if you're not being appreciated, or vice versa, and sometimes you don't have to get the same amount in the same ways. You'll know if there's an equal balance. Like, again, like we'll say, well, they don't have money, but they give me good advice. Okay, it's reciprocated. But if I'm giving you money and you ain't giving me nothing back, but it's just like I'm just giving you money, and you ain't making no time, no, we got like a little problem. Okay, with this, because again, where's the leveling up? It ain't got to be on the same level, but you got to give me something. And so this is where they're saying that if it's not give and take spiritually, you're not getting spiritually fed where you are, or you feel like, I've talked to somebody say, I feel like it's time for me to leave this job, because right now it's not, I'm pouring in, but I'm not getting the same back on the job. Then yeah, it's time. So don't keep on doing that, because right now you aren't on the same page. Imprint. My soul has chosen you for this important lesson for healing and essential purposes, and I thank you for our time together. So again, if you're in a common situation, person, place, or thing, that you're learning the lesson, at this time, they're saying again, it is time to practice gratitude for being there, because the more you resist, the more it persists means you're going to stay in that until you get into a point that there is some form of gratitude. And this is what, again, Queen of Pentacles, this energy already knows this, understands that there is a reason and a season for why I'm there. So let me get the lesson and the blessing, and then I could go say deuces, I'm out of this. If you're sitting there and you're upset about it, and you talk about everybody else, and you play in the victimhood, it's everybody else's fault, yada, 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 then you'll find yourself standing there a little bit longer, when Spirit said the goal was just for you to be in there 2 months, and you ended up staying in there 2 years, because you just got to the point where you understood that, you know what, I'm grateful for the lessons they brought, and now I'm ready to release it. And so this is where you are. So now when we're looking at, let's get some advice. So right now, these energies want you to push into the direction of being how as an awakened soul. Clear. Guidance. Okay, so it's pushing you to be able to, again, maybe again, watching me. It's going to help you to get some guidance and direction as to where you want to go. Sitting and again, meditating, and maybe again, sitting and getting guidance from spirit, telling you which way you need to go as far as how you can be able to become in this abundance, what you need to do, what you need to kind of focus in to help you, to give you markers to saying, yes, you're on the road to success. You're going into the right direction. Spirituality is definitely your guide, and it's going to be able to help you deal with that. So you become your own individual person and being more independent. So this is, again, where they want you to kind of deal with it. And it could be from friends, somebody trusted, whatever, that you feel like, hey, this person really has a finger on the pulse. When I talk to them, I can tell they're really in touch and in tune with spirit. Okay, so let's get some, since we're in ancestors, and since the grandma had came up here as well, let's get some advice. What is the advice for the ancestors of the maternal, the viewers that are watching here? What's the overall advice they want to give? Says trust your guidance. I've seen that at the bottom. Trust your instinct. It's definitely, that's at the deck there. Okay. They want you, the ancestors, this one says they want you to unleash your the wild within. This is she-wolf. So some of you all got to understand that you're a leader of the pack. Sometimes you got to kind of go this alone, especially when we're thinking about wolf. Wolf is about, again, especially in your instances, is feminine. So again, in your femininities, that means your state of being, what things, how you are, and also what you observed. Again, you got to unleash that wildness within, because again, knowing, and I think a lot of times we don't want to do that because we don't feel like it's safe to do it. The ancestors, excuse me, are telling me you got to release that fear, are telling me that they got your back and for you to go on ahead and to unleash it. Okay, they got you. The next thing is that they say shapeshift, to transform and unveil your gifts. That goes back to the spirit and the spirituality too as well. So in your masculinities, as far as you doing, I see the hawk, and I see the wolf here, and I see the snake here too as well. And understanding that and becoming one with that, and I see also it looks like a tiger here too. All of those totem spirits, if you see any of those, the hawk, which means again they have the ability to fly high, and they have a zero on keen vision on a target, and they fly above storms too as well, to be able to, when they seeing things that's happening and coming their way, as well, and they know they prey. The wolf again likes to, again, can travel in packs. Understand that sometimes you got to make connections, but then understands it's not afraid to be by himself. As well, the snake represents also to be able, the freedom to be able to change, to get release old skin, old identity, and be able to come and molt into or shed the skin so they can be able to become a new creature. Still the same, but again, is new as well. And especially, okay, and like I said, is that a tiger, is some feline thing, having the flexibility, the power, the prowess, to be able to, again, unleash that power as well, and that courage as well, to be able to do what you need to. So they need you to do that, to be able to shape shift. This is what they're saying. Shape shift into your gifts, okay? Transform and then unveil your gifts. Some of us, again, like they said, they have been hiding your abilities in you, because it's like, if you would come, I think it's a song, that gospel song, they say, if we'll let them see you as you truly are, you'll be too much. So sometimes we got to kind of hide it, and that's one of my favorite Bible verses. It's like, I can't let you see the full glory of me. I'm going to put you in this, hide you in this cliff here, into this cave here, and I'll let you just see me pass by. Because a lot of them, if they really would see the true value of who you are and what you're set up to be, it would be just too much. You really would be a lone wolf. And, again, we have to remember that, again, that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, And that again, the human in some ways also needs those connections, as well. But understanding that still at the end of the day, that although I like the connections, that connection is by choice, is not by survival. Like I have to be able to do that. Okay. And so next one, it says shalom, master, be graceful in movement and action. Okay. And so that again, to me, graceful is again, I think about what Tai Chi, how you had that moving, you're taking the energies and you're moving, and everything is a continuous flow into one into another. I would also say giving yourself, when the thing jumps off to me where they say grace, be able to give yourself grace too as well. Because while we're doing things, sometimes some of us, there's so much are ruminators and think so much and whatever like that. We have a tendency to be very harsh on ourselves, very critical of ourselves, and to understand that, like, if sometimes stuff is not in the flow or it's making us come out of the flow, to give ourselves grace and forgiveness on that, about that, and say, hey, you know what? It will pick up somewhere down the line where I can be able to get back into the flow and not to beat up ourselves when we fall out of that high frequency or out of the flow of things. It's just, again, it's almost just like, again, watching like a roller coaster ride. You gotta wait until the ride goes through the cycle, come back and pick you up again. Riding the wave as a surfer, that same thing. You got wipe out, and then you got to kind of go back out there and try to catch that wave again. Just remember that again too as well, because I know that's the same thing when I do past life regression sessions. I tell the people, it's okay, we get disconnected, we'll come back on that, especially when I do it on Zoom. We'll come back and catch on to where I am. I'll be waiting right here for you to connect back to me. And if that doesn't happen, we'll use the phone. And if that doesn't happen, guess what? That's Spirit's way saying we're not going to do it today. We need to try it another day. And that's the same thing that they're saying here too as well. Be graceful in movement and in action. How you move forward, because they say about doing, and about your actions too. Make sure it's always it connects. It's a reason that goes back to Spirit. And that's why you need to make sure you check into Spirit as to, why am I going right? Why am I going left? Making sure it's a continuous weaving of all of the endpoints and those things, are those connecting points, so you can get to your destination. Okay. It needs to be, it keeps on telling me it's got to be a rhyme and a reason behind it. Again, and it can be instinctively because I felt led to be there. That's fine. But then they're saying at the same time, let's not just be haphazard, because sometimes ego's like, do it now. You're like, why? Just do it now. You're like, okay, that don't feel like that Spirit. Spirit will tell me, in some ways, or even if it doesn't say it with words, I can feel like it's just the right time to do it. I might not have the reason behind it, but I feel like in my heart it's just right. Move, and that's something that it has to. And then we got shaman, trust in higher forces. So your maternal or the ancestors want you to know, again, is to trust in higher forces. Trust that the universe has it. Trust that, again, that is wise, like this owl here, and this is wise counsel, whether it's the universe or God or ascended masters or your ancestors. They know everything that has happened beforehand, and so that's why using them as a way of guiding you and pushing you forward into where you need to go is an excellent way. Yes, to end this reading, thank you, but it's an excellent way for you to trust the process when like I said, it's not just you're independent, but when you're moving, and I know even with myself, I'm moving and I'm independent, but when I know it's just like I got spirits, got my back, the ancestors, the angels, you move a little different. You move a little different because you're knowing that really, truly, it looks like it's just me. But guess what? If you will put on your angel vision or you put on your spirit vision and see into the other realms of 5D realm, you'll see like, my God, she's got a room full of ancestors and angels. It's all in here, right here, light along with her. As she's giving the reading or whatever doing, as I'm interviewing that job, I'm not walking in there by myself. I have a legion of angels, or ancestors that are right behind me. I just share this story really quick because one day I was feeling kind of low, like I was like I'm going to kind of give up, and I was talking to the ancestors and stuff, and then I swear I heard so very loudly it's called a murder of geese, because it's when it's morning when it's called a murder. I think I'm right. Murder of geese that was making their way south, and they was just calling, oh, 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 oh. And they saying, move it. They just honking, let's go, move it, got it, move it, got it, and so from that point on, the ancestors have always used that as a point when I'm feeling low. I hear the geese, you know, calling like you got it, and that's what they would do. And even when you talking about their information, if one of them falls down, they're either encouraging them and again motivating them through the honks of you got this, or if one gets there, then the other one that comes right into position and keep them going from that point on, and then they'll fall back, and then the other one comes. And so again, when you feel that way, like I just can't, just rely on pulling yourself out and allowing for spirit say, you know what, I can't, I surrender. You're going to have to step in and kind of, again, help push me forward through this because it's too much. They'll be able to do that for you. I've seen that time and time again. Like, I just don't know how to, I just don't know how to do this. I don't know. Relying on spirit to step in for you and to help motivate and guide your steps forward. That is what this energy is all about. So you can truly move into the Queen of Pentacles energies that you are, that you're made up for. I believe, again, like I said, we are in the season, I said in this one, the season of discernment, knowing what's good for us, minus the sound and the people that's around us. I'm in agreement with what she's saying about October is 10. And again, these energies, again, it's 10 is always, to me, it's about, again, beginning again and new beginnings. And like, again, letting things go so I can start fresh all over again. And so now we're moving into 11, which is, again, the balance of both things. And in order for you to become that balance, some things that's causing us to be imbalanced has got to go as we move into the month of November. So that is where we are. We're moving into energies of creating that balance. And if it's not there, if it doesn't fit, it must have quit. All right, then, as always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste and Namago. Until next time, bye.